What would you do if the family you built turned its back on you, leaving only silence where laughter once echoed? For Margaret, that question wasn't hypothetical. At 72, she'd lived through enough to know life could be cruel, but nothing prepared her for the day her daughter-in-law, Claire, slammed the door on her heart. "You're too old to understand them," Claire had said, her voice cold as winter. "The kids don't need you meddling." Those words cut deeper than any knife. Barring Margaret from her grandkids, Lily and Ethan, the two lights of her waning years. Margaret had always been the glue of her family. After her husband passed a decade ago, she poured her love into her son, David, and his growing family. She'd spent countless afternoons baking cookies with Lily, teaching Ethan how to plant tulips in her garden, their giggles filling the air. But Claire, with her sharp edges and need for control, saw Margaret's presence as a threat. David, caught between his wife and mother, stayed silent, his avoidance a betrayal of its own. The visit stopped. The phone calls went unanswered. Margaret's heart ached, but she wasn't one to beg. She sat in her quiet kitchen, staring at the photo of Lily and Ethan on her fridge, their gap-toothed smiles frozen in time. The pain was raw, but so was her resolve. Years ago, Margaret had started a secret college fund for her grandkids, squirreling away every spare dollar from her pension. It was her gift to them, a promise of a future she might not see. Claire didn't know about it, nobody did. But as the months of estrangement stretched into a year, Margaret began to question her plan. Why save for a future she was no longer part of? Then came the twist, as unexpected as a spring frost. One evening, a knock at her door revealed Mrs. Thompson, the neighborhood librarian and an old friend. Over tea, Mrs. Thompson shared a story that shifted Margaret's world. She'd overheard Claire at the library, bragging about a windfall she expected from David's late father's Estetian estate that didn't exist. Claire's plan was clear. She assumed Margaret's savings were part of some inheritance she could claim. The audacity lit a spark in Margaret. Claire didn't just want control, she wanted everything. Margaret didn't confront her. She didn't scream or cry. Instead, she acted with the quiet cunning of someone who'd survived life's storms. She contacted her lawyer, a kind man who'd known her husband, and redirected the college fund into a trust, accessible only to Lily and Ethan when they turned 18. She added a clause. The funds could only be used for education or medical emergencies, untouchable by their parents. It was her final act of love, ensuring her grandkids' dreams were safe from Claire's grasp. The process wasn't easy. Each signature on the legal papers felt like a farewell to the family she'd lost. Yet, as she finalized the trust, a weight lifted. Margaret imagined Lily studying art, Ethan becoming a doctor, dreams she'd nurtured in those garden afternoons. She didn't need Claire's permission to love them. She didn't need to see them to protect them. One day, while tending her roses, a letter arrived. It was from Lily, now 12, written in secret. "Grandma, I miss you." It read, the words wobbly with emotion. "Mom says we can't see you, but I'll find a way." Tears blurred Margaret's vision, but her heart swelled. She tucked the letter into her pocket, a reminder that love could endure even the deepest divides. Margaret never told Lily about the fund. She didn't need to. Her gift was a quiet rebellion, a testament to a grandmother's unbreakable bond. As she looked out at her garden, blooming despite the coming winter, she felt peace. She'd lost her family, but she'd secured her grandkids' future. And in that, she found her victory. Yindi.